Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My 27M ex-girlfriend, 26F, broke up with me. Should I win her back? We haven't been happy for a while, but there's a lot of stuff going on in our lives which may have contributed to this. I was considering breaking up with her before she did it, but now that it's done I'm so hurt and I feel like we were perfect together. I'm looking for your guys' opinions to see if it is worth it or if I should try and move on. The main reason I wanted to leave was because she was extremely jealous and controlling. Whenever I get a text she always has to ask who it is, how I know them, what they said, why they said it, etc. It drives me nuts. When I go to a friend's house for drinks, with all male friends, she's always calling me and telling me off for not picking up, asking me if there's girls there that I'm flirting with, telling me that I don't love her and I chose my friends over her. My work involves massage and once I was telling her about my day and she says I don't want to hear you talk about touching other chicks' asses, so I'm always holding back what I can or can't say. Once at work, I had a 1-hour break with the receptionist. We were the only 2 people in the clinic, so we had lunch together. She also has a boyfriend. I was told that this was inappropriate and that I basically went on a date with her, and I wasn't allowed to speak to her again. From then on she told me she hated the receptionist and any story involving her was dismissed. Months later, after I had left the clinic, the receptionist got fired and I told my girlfriend about it and she just got grumpy and said why are you talking to her, and said good that she got fired. Her being this rude is a massive turn off for me. These are just some examples. There's lots of people in my life that she'll hate for petty reasons like this, making me hold back what I can or can't say or do. On the other hand, there is a lot of good also. She's a nice person the rest of the time, has a lot of great qualities, and we have so much in common. We had so many good times in our relationship. How do I know if this breakup was a mistake? Yeah, some good times don't negate abusive behavior, my guy. You weren't perfect together, you just got used to her absolutely garbage behavior and are romanticizing the relationship. The breakup was not a mistake. That you're considering trying to win her back makes me think your self-esteem has been eroded into a nub or you have a very skewed perception of what acceptable relationship dynamics look like. If you have access, I strongly recommend getting some therapy. Even if you don't get back with your ex, chances are high that you'll end up in another abusive relationship if you don't address your issues. Everything else about the relationship was great, except for the jealousy aspect which only comes up every now and then, I guess. The longer the relationship went on, I guess it just got worse, but I was already so invested. Like I said, she's great every other way. I felt like I was doing so well for myself and we both felt each other truly were the one. Is her insecurities enough to negate that? As I'm writing this, I guess I can see it. I'm also probably not giving enough credit to the good side of things. Everything was great except for the times she hit me, which was only every once in a while. That's fine though, right? See how ridiculous that sounds? No, her absolutely shitty behavior is not negated BC, it was only occasionally or that she was great otherwise. I'm assuming it wasn't a constant issue because you changed your behavior in accordance with her abuse tactics. Avoiding other women, being on eggshells about what you say to her, all these things done to placate her may have lowered the amount that she gaslit, manipulated, and otherwise emotionally abused you, but you shouldn't have had to do those things in the first place. Get some help, and I mean that in as caring a way as possible, not being snarky at all. That's a good way to put it. You make a good point. I guess I was also wondering if this is really abusive or if I'm just overreacting and getting annoyed over things that are controllable. I don't want to blame myself for the behavior in the incidents I've listed above, but sometimes when she probably just needed reassurance I acted more defensive because I was sick of it from other incidents. Thank you for your concern and advice, no offense taken. I have been thinking about therapy lately for different issues also. time and other demands has really been a factor in delaying that, as well as money and not knowing where to go. I did have an incident, long story. I got king hit trying to stop 3 guys from mugging someone, close to 2 years ago. Were victims of crime, offered me some counseling. Maybe I should go down that route. Yes, it really was abusive behavior. No, you weren't overreacting. Unless you've given her legit cause to doubt you, needing reassurance is unreasonable. I can't imagine blowing my partner's phone up asking them if they're flirting with other people. I trust them, therefore they can hang out with whoever. By reassuring her all the time, she began to rely on that reassurance to feel better rather than actually addressing her issues. It was a very unhealthy cycle. If she didn't feel secure in the relationship after 2 years, it was never going to happen. I'm sorry that happened to you. If it's still available to you, go for it. My 27M ex-girlfriend, 26F, broke up with me. Should I win her back? No. Why would you want her back? You already know it doesn't work with her. You already tried the puzzle pieces together and found out they don't fit. What's the sense in doing it a second time? I guess I always hoped that she would change, or her jealousy would go away. I still kind of do. Every time we had an issue she was pretty good at changing it, and always put in a lot of effort to make me happy. This one just never really got better. I probably didn't stress it enough how much it was getting to me. Lol. Thank you for sharing. Run like the wind. I think it's obvious from how much you listed the negative parts of the relationship, and only briefly mentioned the positive parts. Breakups can be a really hard time, and it's understandable that you're having second thoughts about it since it is causing you to feel hurt. However, I think in time you'll also come to understand that it was for the best, and that it's not worth trying to win her back. I probably should have listed more of the good stuff but didn't want to drag it out too much. She is incredibly intelligent, very caring, very affectionate, very attractive, close with her family, stays away from trouble, so she's a good influence in that aspect, gets along great with my family, good with kids. We have a lot in common in terms of puzzles/board games/sports/other activities. There was a lot of good things. Then that's great that you had those good aspects with your relationship. However, it's important for you to recognize that there are some things that will outweigh this. Already you were considering breaking up before she did, so that's not the greatest sign. The most you could maybe do is ask her if she's willing to work on that one aspect, and if she is, well, maybe revisit the thought of winning her over again down the road. And if not, then try to make your peace with the relationship. This breakup was definitely not a mistake. It's so normal to be having doubts about it though, especially since she was the one who ended up breaking it off. Her behavior is not okay. It's a huge red flag and emotional abuse, and she is not going to change, even if she might say that she will. Just remember that when looking at a person with rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. Of course she has some great qualities as well. Most people do. Give yourself some time to work through the breakup. Focus on yourself and what makes you happy. Yeah, part of me wanted it to happen, but I guess it still comes as a shock when the other person does it. I think I withdrew because I was constantly stressed with work and traveling back and forth between hers and mine, so I was basically living out of a bag, and her always putting pressure on me was starting to cause arguments over everything. So we were miserable for a while, and grew apart. From that she said that it wasn't working anymore, and neither of us were happy. I suppose I'm just scared of starting over again. I've already been through a breakup with my high school sweetheart of 8 years, and I swore my next relationship would be my last. It took me 3 years before I found anyone I even remotely liked in that way. We talked about a future, house and kids, etc., and 2 years later it's done. Starting over sucks. L. 27M The love of my life broke up with me, just need someone to talk to. Looking. As the title says. I'm just feeling so empty. Can't eat. Can't do anything, although I have so much to do. I have a lot of other things going on which are making things worse. I'm just stuck. Had something similar happen when I was 24-25. Got cheated on by someone I really trusted and thought my life was over. Now married to an awesome woman. I'm 30, so close to your age and situation. Let me know, dude, if I can be there for you. I have a lot of free time currently. I've struggled with mental health issues too, so no judgment, just want to help if I can. I'm sorry, I've never been in love, so I don't understand, but I do know what it's like to be hurt and feel lonely. Do you have my ear if you need? Been through it many times. I am 30F, divorced entrepreneur with 2 small kids. Being broken up sucks, but it's true that a broken heart can inspire you to create something beautiful. I started making videos on LinkedIn after my last breakup, just to get my mind off my ex and more on work. In the 12 months since, I've been on podcasts, flown to New York for speaking events, from Europe, and gotten clients of my dreams, all through my videos. I love working, but I had never done a video prior to my breakup. But I've always wanted to try. Do you have a hobby or something you've wanted to try, that you can do now to get your mind off the pain? Heart? It's great that you were able to find something and grow out of it. There's nothing I can think of like that for myself. Maybe exercise. I used to exercise a lot and haven't really been exercising lately, although I am battling a 4-year shoulder injury, hip and knee pain. Work is super busy at the moment, and leading up to the breakup I was already feeling overwhelmed and burnt out by it all. On top of that, my last remaining grandparent has dementia, and recently had a stroke which has left her in the hospital unable to speak at all, or even comprehend much. She almost passed away the day before the breakup, and again the day after. I'm struggling with it all, and have just found out that 2 days after the breakup my ex is already sleeping around. I was starting to accept it, but when I heard this my heart just completely sunk. I understand we're both single and she can do what she wants, but hearing this has just crushed me to the point I can feel it in my stomach and throat. I just want this pain to go away. Partner of 2 years cheated on me. I don't know what to do. Need support. I, 27M, just found out my partner, 26F, cheated on me. She did it on Saturday night at a party that she was meant to invite me to but didn't. On Sunday she broke up with me over text. I asked her if she hooked up with anyone the previous night and she told me no. This is why I'm breaking up with you, you never trust me. Which is an absolute lie because I've always trusted her. She wouldn't admit it no matter how much I begged and told her I knew. She just kept saying, how do you know and who told you? She was far more concerned with how I knew than anything else, and believed that she deserved to know that more than I deserved the truth. I asked her why it matters, and she said because she needs to know which friend is talking behind her back. As if the friend is in the wrong and not her. Her friend had told me, and my ex's words were, we had sex 7 times over 12 hours and it was literally so amazing, can't wait to see him again, give me more footy boys please, I'm still at this boy's house and I have really bad sex hair right now, can someone come pick me up so I don't have to get an Uber? With a laughing face. When she eventually did admit it, she said that she did nothing wrong because we were on a break, which was a lie. We were on a break in terms of staying at our own houses but not hooking up with other people. She then also told me that it was my fault because I never gave her enough affection, and if I had given her more reassurance that I loved her she wouldn't have done it. Another excuse was that she was planning to break up with me anyway so it doesn't matter, and I said well you could have waited, and she said well I wanted to break up with you on Friday night so I could have just done it then, so it doesn't matter. That's still not okay in my book. I have been completely broken by this. When she eventually did admit it, I asked why she lied on Sunday and told me that I never trust her, as if to make me seem crazy even when I was right. And blame the breakup on me? She said that she was trying to protect me, she didn't want to hurt me any further than the breakup. Second part I'm looking for advice on. Her friends have been screenshotting my Tinder profile and sending it to each other. They've told her that they've sent it to each other, and they've quoted my bio and said how gross lol, and she agrees, and says that I'm a terrible person and she's glad to be done with me. Weight off her shoulders. Also said slutty her name is back. This hurts me so much. I gave her everything, I was never rude, I literally have done nothing wrong, and she is being so rude behind my back. But to my face she's saying that she's upset about the breakup and struggling a bit, and I'm telling her, before I knew she cheated, that I still love her and I want the best for her. She says she cares about me and wants to be friends, but talking massive shit behind my back. How do I deal with this? Not only am I upset about the things that she's saying about me to her friends, I'm also so upset by their comments and it's lowering my self-esteem. Maybe my bio is gross. Maybe I'm gross. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I can't handle it. On top of this, because I'm on dating apps, she said wow, he moves on quickly doesn't he? What a piece of shit, although she cheated on me so she had moved on quicker. Not to mention that she's also on dating apps and within a day was sending nudes and organizing hookups with multiple guys from there. It's just so hypocritical, and she's making me blame myself, as well as not accepting any responsibility whatsoever. I don't know how to digest this. I can't stop beating myself up from my actions, thinking if I had put in effort this wouldn't have happened, or if I had texted her on Saturday and asked to come to that party it wouldn't have happened. And I keep replaying everything she's done and said in my head. For anyone wondering, one of her friends who I treat, I'm an osteo, has told me this information from their group chat. Update, she now wants to call me again after work. I'm not sure what to do. Before I knew she cheated, I dropped her stuff back off at her place and I left her a letter full of nice things and memories of our relationship, everything I was grateful for and that I wish her the best. She sent me a photo of her crying saying if this doesn't show you how much I care I don't know what will. I'm not sure if I should let her say her piece, maybe give myself some reassurance, and get it all out there. Or if I should just not say anything and cut off contact. Advice please? I'm so tempted to hear what she has to say, but I'm not sure what is the best route to go. I'd like to know what she thought of my letter, and if she is really sorry. I don't know. I wouldn't take her back, but I just want to hear it. Is it better to let her dwell on it all? Don't. Just don't. Her cheating had nothing to do with you. She has a character flaw. She failed the girlfriend test. From here on it's just lather, rinse and repeat. Is that what you want? Cheaters cheat, and when they get caught they backfill with a story where they accidentally fell into sex and are a misunderstood victim. It'll be a story with numerous reasons why it wasn't their fault, and they will never portray themselves as the villain, only the victim. Instead of sending you a picture of herself crying, why didn't she explain why all the lying and deceit happened? Because she will not be able to quickly and easily twist the facts to make her actions not look so bad. She is fine-tuning her story right now and will continue to do so until she meets up with you. Looking for closure or honesty from a cheater is a waste of time. You will never get it and they will never tell the truth. Is there something you need to know in order to make a choice for yourself? My read of your post is know that you have already decided you would not take her back. She had a chance to come clean, and her texts tell a very different story about how much she cares about you. That should be your answer. You learned all you need to know about how much she cares from her texts. You have no more questions. Her guilt is not your problem. Her texts to her friends definitely paint her in a different light. That makes it suck a whole lot more, because without knowing that I might actually have believed that she was sorry. Indeed they do. Putting I was cheated on in my bio. I was recently cheated on by my partner. Her friends have found my profile and are screenshotting it and sending it to each other and laughing. I was thinking of putting something like recently cheated on, trustworthy girls only, please, for them to see. Would this turn other potential matches away? Edit, it was suggested to me to put that as my bio. I haven't done it yet as I agree that it would turn people away. I need to find some good ideas for a new bio. Any tips for writing a bio that won't get made fun of, but also attract many matches? I'm an osteopath and a firefighter if that helps. Don't give a duck what your ex's friends think of you on Tinder, that's counterproductive. 100% duck the bitches. It's TMI. If I saw that, I would think they have some issues they need to work out still, because they clearly are not over what happened and would avoid it. I agree. Thanks. I agree. Thanks. You're welcome. Emo, yeah, it would turn others away. I agree. Delete the bio. That makes girls think you're still in the vulnerable and dependent phase. You also don't put yourself out to be a stud with that bio. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they were kinda right. I think you should drop the online dating and just chill with brothers, go out together to clubs or events. Regain your confidence with the pack. Very keen on getting out with mates again, clinking beer mugs. I second this. That is not even close to something a person in a good mental space would consider. Self-care first, my dude, then you'll be good to go. Good luck. Appreciate it. Cheers. Don't be reactive, bro. If you do that, you're showing they have power over you. Putting it in your bio will either put people off or attract those that will try to use what they'd perceive as your naivety. Not worth it, emo. Obviously not everyone will be one or the other, but it wouldn't help necessarily. Sounds like you got away from toxic people. I wouldn't go on Tinder. You will just find someone else toxic to replace her. The best revenge is to not give a shit. You already took the trash out, so it deserves no more reaction/attention. You still hurt. Get off social media. Hit the gym, make your money, travel, and switch your style. Hit her up in 5 years and say thank you, bitch. You made me savage. You're an osteopath and a firefighter. Seems like it was that woman's loss. You're out there saving lives and your cheating ex is a boss. Stay positive. Don't. Even though being cheated on isn't a bad thing, people will wonder if you're still really caught up on it to add it to your profile. There's no reason to. Here is the thing, imagine you're the highlight of these women screenshotting you and having a laugh. Although you're not in the wrong. That particular moral compass tells you that they're already rock bottom and have nothing left. They'll remain miserable while you'll land a better woman. Thanks, brother. I have to be the bigger person. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.